Hi there, this is Steve Disbrow with Egosystems Incorporated, and today I'm going to give you a quick tour and overview of our app Zoom Contact for iOS 5.0 and now the main purpose of Zoom Contact is to allow you to edit your contacts and your groups. So with that in mind, a big part of the display is taken up by the group list, and you can see here all your different groups, and you can tap on any of them here and you can see the contacts in the group, and you'll also notice that Zoom Contact shows you how many contacts are in a group. Now, I'm going to do some group editing here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a group. I'll name it Test. And there it is. And so now if I wanted to, I can hit the edit button. Now I could delete it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it and I'm going to change the name to Test Group. And there's the change right there. Now I could delete this group, but I'm not going to because I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it to put some people in it. So there are a couple different ways to add people to groups in Zoom Contact. The first way is I'm going to select the group and then I'm going to add a person. And that's the standard person add dialog, and I'm just going to call this person Testy Tester. And once I'm done, you'll see Zoom Contact adds the person to the group. And since they don't have a picture, we use a default contact image and we put their name right over top of that default image. Now, if the person had a photo, of course, you would see the photo. And we do have an option to show the name on top of photos if a person has a photo, but for now we're going to leave that turned off. Another way to add people to a group is to search for the people you want to add to the group and then add them from there. So let's hit the search button and we'll search for everyone with Test in their name. And here we've got 3 people with Test in their name. And now you'll notice that these guys have shown up in a special group called Search Results. Now Zoom Contact keeps track of your last search and its results, and it puts them in this special group that you can go to whenever you want to see what your last search was. So now that we've got these people, let's, oh no, that's the wrong thing. Let's go back to the batch menu and let's select the 2 people that we want to add to our new group. Now, you may notice these guys are wiggling. We've got a couple different ways to show selection in Zoom Contact, and wiggle happens to be one of them, and I really like the wiggle option, so we're just going to use it for this demo. So now I hit the group list, the add to groups list, and I check test group, and then when I go back, these guys, I'm still looking at the search results screen, so let's switch somewhere else. We'll go to soccer parents for a second. And then when we go to test group, there they are, all 3 of my contacts that I wanted to put in my test group. Now let's say that I want to remove some people from a group. Zoom Contact makes that very easy to do. In fact, I want to get rid of all these people. So I'm going to go back into batch mode and I'm going to use the select all button to select them all. And then I'm going to hit the recycle button eventually, and that will bring up the remove from group dialog. And so if I tap the remove button, well, they're gone. So if you leave and then come back, you'll see that they are in fact gone. So for the next thing that I want to do, let's actually put all those people back in the test group. So we'll search for them, select them all, and then use the group, add to group screen to add them all back to the test group. And make sure, yep, sure enough, there they are. Now before we move on to other batch operations, let's look at just editing a single contact. Now to do that, you just tap the contact, and that gives you a simple editing dialog. And as you would expect, all of the contact information is there, just like in the regular contact app. And you can delete a contact, just tap the trash can. You can change the groups for a contact, just tap the groups icon. And you can also email the contact's vCard information to someone else. So you tap the email icon and you bring up a nice little email composer with the contact's vCard attached. Now, in this case, you see that we've got a picture attached as well. Now, the reason that we do that is because if you're sending a vCard to an older operating system, that operating system might not be able to handle a picture inside a vCard. So as an optional feature of Zoom Contact, we allow you to attach a picture that your recipient can just copy out and use for the contact. So let's close this and also close the basic editing dialog here. And let's add another contact to this group so we can take a look at a few other batch options. We will give Mr. Testy Tester a sister. We'll call her Sister Test. And now that we've got her added to the group, let's look at one of the more powerful features of Zoom Contact, and that's the ability to delete multiple contacts at once. So I'm going to go into batch mode and select both of those new test accounts and just hit the delete button. And it will ask me if I want to delete the selected contacts. Now, Zoom Contact will delete as many contacts as you have selected, so I hit the button and they are gone. Another great feature of Zoom Contact is the ability to send an email to a group of selected people. So for example, let's say you coach your son's soccer team like I do. Every now and again, I have to send an email to every parent on the team. So even with my desktop email client, that's not easy, but Zoom Contact makes it simple. Now, I'm not going to show you with the actual soccer parents. I don't want their email addresses out there. So go back to my test group, go into batch mode, select everybody, and then hit the Send Email to Selected Contacts button. And that will bring up an email composer with the first valid email address for each contact pulled out and put into the composer. So I just type my email and hit send, and everybody that I had selected gets an email. The last thing I want to show you today is the Recently Viewed group. Now, as you use Zoom Contact, you're going to be looking at a lot of contacts, and you might want to get a look at the ones you've looked at recently. So just use the Recently Viewed group here in the group list, or if you prefer, you can use the History button up here at the top of the interface. Tap it, and Zoom Contact will show you all the contacts that you've looked at recently. Well, that's it. That's a quick overview of Zoom Contact. We certainly hope you've enjoyed watching, and we definitely hope you'll give Zoom Contact a try. It's available now in the App Store. If you have any questions, just contact us at zcinfo@ego-systems.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks again, and have a great day.